welcome to MRW News Show. This is a news show of every week on either a Saturday or a Sunday, and today is Saturday. So welcome everybody. We have some very interesting news stories and some very interesting things to talk about. Now we'll just give a second for everybody to join on, but I'll tell you what I've been doing this week. So if I can remember everything I've been doing, it's been quite busy. I interviewed Baz from Massive Wagons yesterday, which was a very good interview. I have met Massive Wagons a few times now, and I have actually interviewed them before as well, so you can see that on my channel somewhere. But I've just done my most recent interview with them, which is my most recent video on my channel, and it was really good. It was really nice to catch up with them and see what they're up to, and they're doing so many things. I mean, they're really doing well, and they're very busy, and it's really good to hear all their new music as well. And they've been doing a lot of tours, and they're also performing at Lancaster University
at the Great Hall.
At the Great Hall, which is actually a really big place, because there's actually been so many legends performed there, such as Tina Turner, Queen, U2,
The
Who, just so many, AC/DC, so many legends have performed there. It's honestly, they are so, what's the word, buzzing for it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So they're very excited.
Very excited.
But they've already got the majority of tickets sold out.
They've sold out on the Saturday night. I think they've still got some on the Friday, but they've sold out.
On the Friday, there's not many left, so I mean, best get yourself down there.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be live, so they're going to film it. And then it's going to be a CD. So if you're there, you're going to potentially be on the little videos and CD, because it's going to be like their live CD, isn't it?
Yeah, like music CD, not video. I mean, they probably will take videos.
Well, I think they'll be videos.
I think they will be taking videos, but yeah.
They're not going to not take videos, are they, Matilda?
No. But so it's going to, they've got 2 nights. They've got 2 goes to have a go for getting the live take, and it'll be a live album. Which is going to be very exciting.
Now they have got 4 #1 UK rock and metal albums. How clever is that?
I know, they've done absolutely.
I mean, most people most people don't get any. Most people are happy with 1, aren't they? But everybody else is going to be, it's Massive Wagons again, isn't it?
They've just been taking it.
There's no point doing it anymore. It's just Massive Wagons will win it. But 4 years on the road, that's pretty impressive going, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Isn't it? It really is.
It's massive.
But, yeah, it is pretty massive as well.
Yeah. It's big.
But no, they're a really nice band as well, just the people as well. They're really nice.
That's a great interview.
Yeah. And also, I also posted a video as well, a short with Pooch. Now, Pooch is doing very well. Pooch has actually overtaken Zach's video, which Zach isn't too happy about. But I mean, I suppose it's Pooch's moment. And he's holding the charts for a while.
Say this. You haven't seen this.
So
this is little face. He's so cute.
Pooch.
We were just leaving and somebody...
Look at his face. It makes me laugh. I've seen it about... Yeah, probably 14,000 views are probably me. I've seen it that many times. It makes me laugh every time with him. Look at him.
You've eaten them all. You've eaten them all.
He's so cute.
We were just leaving and somebody...
When we got there, we didn't see him straight away. So we was like, "Where's Pooch?" And we hadn't seen him for a while. So we were a bit worried about him, but he came bounding around the corner, didn't he?
He's quite old, so we hadn't seen him for ages, and we couldn't see him. He's usually he's very lazy. He has mastiff types. I think he's one of those Bordeaux things, or maybe a bull mastiff sort of type thing. Anyway, it's a mastiff type, and I had a bull mastiff, and they are so incredibly lazy. Even when they're young, even when they're puppies, they're so lazy. So he's always laid in the same place, isn't he? And so I came bounding on to see him, and he wasn't there, but then he came pottering along, didn't he?
Yeah, so before that, he already had, packs of treats.
Yeah.
And then when we were just leaving, he came back for his, the serving. So he was like...
I go around the shop at the front, and I've got all these treats. This was a while ago. And she goes, "I didn't realise you had a dog." I said, "I don't."
It's just for somebody special.
Special.
Yeah.
Anyway, Alan says he's finally caught alive. Well done, Alan. And Andy's is on. Says hello, Matilda. So yes, it's a bit quiet at the moment, but there's no comments. So usually there's a few more than this, but we hadn't prepared this because we were going to do it tomorrow, weren't we?
Yeah, so basically, I was supposed to have something on today, but it got changed next week. And then I was supposed to have something that's on tomorrow, was supposed to be yesterday. So basically, things have changed around a bit. So I was planning on doing it tomorrow, and then I couldn't do it tomorrow. So I thought, well, I'll do it today. And then here we are. But that did therefore mean, because I had to do a lot of other jobs today anyway. So basically, I've tried my best to get as much news as I can.
Because we've got a very exciting interview tomorrow, haven't you?
Yes, very exciting interview. And also, next week, I am actually performing at Lancaster Grand. The show, I think, is at 7:30. And it is part of
Beyond Radio.
a big night out. So it's going to be very exciting. We're going to be doing dancing. I will be getting lots of videos and stuff. So it'll be all very exciting. But it'll be... I have performed on that stage before, but not as a solo performance. I performed with somebody else. So it'll be very exciting, won't it?
Oh, it's great. They've got John Archer there. That's John Archer, and if anybody doesn't know, he's a comedy he's not a musician at all. I've said it wrong now. A comedy magician. They've got Matilda, obviously, and they've got Stephen Hall. Now, he was a finalist on Britain's Got Talent, and he does like that funny dancing, and he's really good, isn't he? He's really funny. And it's £10. So I think they've nearly sold out, and they will do it at that price. Because you think about it, £10. Who can you get for that? You can't, can you?
No.
You know, and to get those two like big names, especially John Archer, not belittling Stephen Hall, he's obviously in front of you, but he's not as famous as John Archer. For a tenner, I think if you went to see John Archer on his own, he's probably more than a tenner, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, because also
so it's a really good night
he does
out.
a magician's trick, which obviously everybody loves that, and also comedy as well. So he's putting them both. He's not just doing like magician; he's also doing a comedy side to it as well.
Well, Penn and Teller, they rate him and said that there was something, I can't remember the exact words, but some trick that he did and they didn't know how he'd done it.
Oh.
And they're like the top of everybody just knows them, don't they? As magicians, they're like the biggest names out there, aren't they?
Oh.
So
That's interesting.
yeah, that's interesting. So, so you're going to be supporting somebody as big as that. So well done, Matilda. Well done, you. Anyway, Abby's on.
Hello, Abby.
And Rico's on and says hi.
Hello.
So we're just saying, Abby, we weren't going to do the news tonight because Matilda's got a very important person to interview. So yeah, we were going to do it tomorrow night, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
But,
Right, so
we've
we
had
get
to
into the
swap.
news stories.
So it's just more of a chat, Abby. If you want to say anything, it's more of a chat.
Well, if you want to comment any stories that you might want to talk about, as long as it's like not too political or boring, then we'll talk about it. We'll be judge of it. Right.
Why if somebody put comments on it now? How are you going to tell them? You know, it's something like
just
really
ignore the
boring, but
comment.
not political. I'm sorry, that's too political. It's about sandwiches.
Well, you know.
Well, it can be very
to be
political
honest
because
with you, I
sandwiches.
wouldn't find sandwiches that boring. So, it's got to be something really boring. Right. Okay.
And says, did you know that seals fight the same way as cats with their paws? Right. This is the African King and Queen. We did that last week. She's giving you the wrong news
You just passed that
stories.
to me. It wasn't my fault.
So you're going to get last week's news. She hasn't got any news actually.
Where did you put it?
I don't know. Where have you put the news?
I didn't put it anywhere. Did you not bring it in? I told you. I literally said to you, bring it in.
I'm sorry, she has no news whatsoever.
No, you said to
That's
bring it in.
that's last times.
Is this not this time?
You don't get this on GB News, do you? Let's have a look.
That's this
Yes,
time.
right, we're back to news. We're back on. Don't worry about it. Abby says, I had too much fish and chips and now I feel nauseous. Oh dear. You didn't feed them to the seagulls, did you? So this is we'll start with a sad story. 2 baby porcupines have been stolen from Cornwall Wildlife Sanctuary, Porfell Wildlife Park. And they're too young to manage by themselves, and somebody's gone and stolen them, can you believe? So just
I mean, why would they want to steal them,
because people are sick, aren't they?
But like...
Look how cute they are.
Oh my God.
They were taken between Friday the 29th and Saturday the 30th of August. They were only born in May, so they're too young to fend for themselves and they need their mother, obviously. But I think they should look on things like TikTok, because they'll just be sad people, won't they, that'll want to have them on there putting daft little hats on them, and they won't be able to resist it, will they? You know, when it gets out, it needs to get out. That's why obviously, so they find them. But the more people that know, they can't do anything with them, can they?
No. But I mean, it's just not good, is it?
Because you don't just
How have
turn
you
up with
managed to
2
take them as
porcupines,
well?
do you? I don't know, but this reckon has been stolen because there's no gaps or anything, and they're not going to leave their mother, are they?
I mean, I suppose... I know a zoo is, secure but it's more secure for the animals not to get out, you know, than for people to get in. I suppose I don't usually think people are just going to come in and take a porcupine.
Well, you wouldn't think anybody would you? But they're going to be stuck with them, aren't they? Because you'd notice somebody like next door, when they get bigger, if they've got a couple of porcupines.
And also, and that's the other problem, because of then, if
If they survive, that is.
Yeah, but if they think, all right, we need to get rid of it now, they'll just let it out, won't they?
Yeah, I'll kill them.
Well, they'll just let it out, you know, and then they can't fend for themselves.
Yeah, they'd be better off saying that you could take them back and we wouldn't do anything about it whatsoever, like a place where you could leave them. Try and get it so that everybody knows about it. Like, I mean, obviously it wasn't anything like as important, but when your cart got stolen, I knew you weren't going to get it back, but I just made sure that they couldn't sell it on. So I just got on every single Facebook group a picture of your cart and did a video on it. So they need to do that, and so that everybody knows about it. It makes national news and it's talking about, and then say, you know, you can drop them off at a certain point and nothing will happen to you.
Yeah. Because obviously, you know, I think animal welfare
Because
is
the
a very
animals are more
important thing.
important, aren't they?
Yeah, they're most important. Because, I mean, the animals...
Well, that's what they're doing. They'll think, oh, we'll do this video with it, and you know...
Why
like
has
they do
somebody
these
gone and
daft
thought,
videos.
all right, I'm going to go steal a porcupine? I mean, you know.
Well, they've probably been there, haven't they?
I mean, they said... I mean, it must have been middle of the night.
Well, no, it's probably when they're open. I don't know. They need to be doing more about it. If I'd lost a couple of porcupines, I'd be putting it out everywhere. So that everybody knew. Anyway, so there you go. Not good. So if anybody knows anything about that, they've got to hide them, haven't they? Because you can't just appear with a couple of porcupines, can you?
Well, they'll get bigger, won't they?
Exactly. And I think they can be quite vicious.
Well, they got spikes, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Carrying on.
Oh no, you got next door, didn't you?
So this is visitors are covering up number plates at a Cornish beach car park to dodge ANPR fees. They've concealed them in bin bags, cardboard, rags, and some have been completely removed. And they say the protesting highlighting growing anger over private firms managing public spaces and the impact on everyday users. So what do people think? Do you think that's naughty, or do you think stuff them? And I do that. But what do people think?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, do you think... Because obviously, sometimes if you like... You know, when you get fined and they get a bit vicious, don't they? You know? They get a bit vicious because they keep adding the price up, you know?
Well, they what?
You're not talking about it, they keep adding up the price.
Adding up what price?
Well, if, the longer you don't pay it for, the
Oh
more
yeah,
expensive it gets.
when they send a thing, if you don't pay it, they send a thing for you, don't they? And then if you don't pay it, they add on to it. But they put a thing saying if you pay it like within the first 28 days or 14 days, you can get it for like 60 quid or something like that, don't they? And if it's not, it's 100, and it'll add on to stuff like that. But I don't understand it, why they, you know, like when you go to that one in Lancaster and there's Halfords and B&Q and Curry's, and then they say, oh, it's a private car park. Well, why have they not organised their own car park for people to go and shop? And then, so the private car park, and you got the signs saying, well, why didn't they put a gate on it if it's a private car park? They must have gained something out of that when the company set up. So they've already had their gain. But Curry's and all that lot should be providing a car park. Because no, it's out of town. Most people aren't going to walk there. And Curry's, you could be buying something like a fridge, couldn't you? So they should provide a car park, in what I think.
Well, she's saying that the fact of that the car park's not to do with the business.
I don't understand you.
Well, because I don't understand you. So, because of no, I just don't understand. So, are you saying that because of it's like a private car park, and then you've got these businesses, and really they should have their own car park?
Right. Once upon a time, that was a piece of land, wasn't it? We're going to go very, very simple terms. This is a Jack and Jill of building, right? Once upon a time, there was some land, wasn't there? And it was obviously owned by, let's say, Bob, right? And Curry's and all the rest of it came along, didn't they? Or maybe somebody before that, but let's just say it was Curry's and all that, and said, oh, Bob, can we buy that piece of land off you? Because we'd like to put some businesses on it. And they sold it. And so Bob made the money, didn't he or she? They made the money, right? So what I'm saying is, if Currys and all that lot built there out of town, it's obvious people weren't going to get enough custom with footfall alone. They're expecting vehicles to turn up to make it viable. Now, obviously, with something like Currys as well, you are going to buy big items. So you're going to need your vehicle. Halfords is a car thing, so and they offer a thing for you to. So obviously your car's going to go up there. So they should provide a car park, shouldn't they, because of that? But what they've done is they've got that person has said, well, it's a private car park. We'll put a damn gate on it then, if it's a private car park, and don't allow people in. But what they're saying is they're going on the thing that you'll overrun, aren't they? So they give you like an hour and a half, I think it is. The chances are you probably overrun. I'll think, all right, I'll just bob down to Sainsbury's, and then they're sending you these things, aren't they? But what I'm saying is they should have provided that. So the person that's bought that, who sold that, sorry, has already had a gain, haven't they? Because they've sold the thing. So it's naughty. In my opinion, I think it's naughty.
So you think that the businesses, because they're already making money,
they've already...
They shouldn't have to push every car park.
Halfords, so you go along there and you buy Halfords, you go and spend in them, and then you go back and you think, or the other way round is, you go in that car park and go for a shop, yeah, and then you come out and you get on the one-way system and you think, oh, I forgot to get some windscreen wipers.
You're not going to go back once you're on a one-way system.
No, well, you're in Lancaster because it's like a living hell. But you go back in, don't you? And then they say, oh, you can't come back within a certain amount of time, and bang, you've got a ticket, haven't you?
At least you've got some windscreen wipers.
Sorry?
At least you've got some windscreen wipers.
To clean away the ticket. They don't even bother with the ticket, do they? So it's the laziest thing ever. They've not got an attendant there or anything. I mean, if it was fine, they'd turn around, wouldn't they, and say, oh, well, do you know you're going over your time or anything like that? But they do it on the fact they're not even an attendant there, is there? So it's the laziest, easiest way to make money, and then they whap you with these massive fines, and then they terrify people by threatening them with court, and they're going to be shot and stuff like that, so that you get more and more terrified.
Well, if they're going to do it, can they just have like a ticket machine and just say, look, if you want to stay over 2 hours, you've got to pay?
No, because they're doing no. Because they can't make as much money.
Yeah, I know that. But what I'm saying is, if they were just going to,
there should be laws on it. There should be rules and regulations on it, shouldn't they? But they don't. They have a free run, and they terrify people. So people pay it.
Well, I suppose the law will probably make money out of it, won't they?
So when I went to, I was a witness once at court, and I had to go to Preston to be a witness for this case that I'd witnessed this fight, basically. So I had to go to Preston. And my car was actually totally reliable, but it was very, very old. And my mother said to me, because people worry, she said, oh, since you're going in the middle of Preston. And obviously I was being a witness, had to be on time. She says, take my car, which was very modern. So off I went into the car park, and because I had always been in my car, I put my car registration number in the machine instead of my mother's, but still paid for my ticket. So I paid and off I went. Anyway, about 3 or 4 days later, I got this fine for £100 not paying the ticket. So I just thought, oh, well, it's just such an easy thing, it'll be fine. So I just wrote and explained the situation. I said, oh, yeah, I was a witness at court. And unfortunately, I put my mother's my registration instead of my mother's. But there's the ticket I've paid. So that's all it is, isn't it? It doesn't matter what you put in there. That's to know that that's your car. And they said, oh, well, sorry, we'll get, as a gesture of goodwill, we'll knock it down to 60. As a gesture of goodwill. No, I'm not paying it because I've already paid. I just accidentally put in the wrong registration number, and I've got proof that I've paid. But that's what they put as a gesture of goodwill. Oh, well, thank you very much. Idiots. So, yeah, but people do get bullied into it and pay it. So has anybody not paid a car parking ticket? And what's happened? So I don't know what happened with them. I think they just carried on getting the threats more and more and more until it was nearly like death threats. And then I think they must have given in because I never paid it. And obviously was never going to pay it. Dave's on.
Hello.
Abby says private companies shouldn't be doing that. Dave says public car parks should be manned by council, etc. Private firms. Abby says having to pay for hospital parking oh yeah, that makes me mad. And also the hospital thing is generally when people are going, yes, obviously people having appointments, but by A&E you're going in because you're panicking, aren't you? You need to get racing in there. You can't go around getting a ticket, can you?
No. And also I suppose if it's like NHS, you've already really paid for the car park, haven't you? So really that should be part of it,
And when you're in there, if you've got somebody that's really ill or I suppose if you're so ill, you wouldn't have driven yourself there. But if you've got somebody really ill and you're panicking or anything like that, you're hardly going to be thinking about your car parking ticket, are you?
No, and also, you know, you could have got there, you know, could have driven there ill yourself if, you know, if you didn't have, you know, the option or the chance, or you were well enough to just drive but got worse in hospital.
Mm.
Then, you know, your car will still be there, but you can't do anything.
And I think it's naughty when they're out. Does anybody know? Dave might know. Do you have to pay Airedale, Dave, for parking? Because that's quite a way, isn't it, if I remember rightly, out of the way of town. I mean, it's not too bad with Lancaster because you could walk up to it, but somewhere like Airedale, I don't think there's an opportunity. You know, you'd have to go in a vehicle, but I can't remember.
Also,
It's a long time since I
hospitals
went.
as well, you can go for places, you know, you might not be able to walk there.
Yeah.
As well, so you have to pay just because of that, which is, you know.
Well, usually if it's if you couldn't
That's
walk,
what
you
when
must
they're
have you may
disabled.
have a disability thing. But then again, there's only so many disability parking places, isn't there? So yeah, it's very not. But this is why shops are going. I'm going to shops now, but this is why shops, isn't it, are struggling so much because there's nowhere to park. And if you're paying like, I mean, well, how much did we pay at Carlisle? Was it £5?
No, don't know.
Well, it's anyway. It's between it. If you're going to go proper shop, you're looking at a £5, aren't you? And people think, well, I just buy it online. What's the point? What is the point of driving all the way there and then you've really lost a £5 before you've
I think it's
started?
quite expensive in Blackpool as well.
And you try and keep to it, and don't you? Because it'll say, you know, like 3 hours is a £5, and then 5 hours is like £12 or something. So then you're panicking the whole time, thinking of your time, aren't you? So
Which
you're not
then-
enjoying it.
Which then causes stress, which eventually will get into hospital, which you just got
Yeah.
a ticket for.
Yeah. So you just, all in all, life's just crap, isn't it? But yeah, I just think I think at hospital parking charging for it is ridiculous.
Do you have to, what about if you like at a police station? Do you have to pay there?
Well, there aren't any police stations anymore. So they didn't have to charge for parking. They just wiped every police station out of the area. You're lucky if you find a police station anywhere now. No a police person doing anything. Nearly said policeman then. I mean, shot.
Well, to be honest, there is quite a lot of female police officers, though, isn't there, really?
Yeah, but they always used to be called policemen, didn't they? And now they've changed them to police officers.
But the thing is about policemen, it's not like, you don't really pronounce the man that much.
Policeman.
Yeah,
Policeman.
you don't really, so it's like policeman, it's sort of like his own separate word. Like, to me, it might just be because I'm dyslexic, to me, I don't think policeman, I just think policeman as a person.
Yeah.
I don't think of like, because it doesn't sound fully like policeman, it's not fully pronounced, so it's not really the same. Do you get what I mean?
No, not really. But I never really bothered about it, but some people do, so just that's it, isn't it?
I mean, to me, if
And it's supposed to be like actor and actress, but a lot of people, when
if
you
you call
even
me
you
an
read
actor, I wouldn't
story,
think anything of
well,
it.
even when you read stories, a lot of them they'll say, and they'll be about a female, and they'll say the actor. They still do use that a lot.
Because to me, act just means somebody acts. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean like male to female. It just like, you know, don't really think anything of it. And, you know, like policeman. If somebody said policeman, I wouldn't think of it must be going on about a man. I just think policeman. You know,
And you
police
think
person.
the other way around. You always think lollipop lady, don't you? You never think lollipop man.
No, I haven't really able to manage to change that one. That's still stuck as lollipop
Lollipop
lady.
lady, it does. I always think lollipop lady. I would never think lollipop man.
Problem is person. It's not.
Even if somebody like Tyson Fury came out, oh, there's a lollipop lady.
The problem is with person is not as smooth. So you sort of like put it to what's smooth, like lollipop lady. You know, it's a bit more smoother. As if lollipop person is like, you know,
Oh,
it's
it's
like
like
effort.
lollipop person.
It's like so much effort. You know, it's very
It's gotta be
difficult.
lollipop lady.
It doesn't run the
Yeah,
same.
lollipop person.
You know, I
No,
think
it's
that's
just
that's
if
the
you're a
problem.
man, if you're a man and you've got a lollipop job, you're gonna have to be called lollipop lady.
I mean, at least it's respectful. It's like lady, you know, like it's just, you know.
Yeah. Dave says we prefer car parks that pay at the end of your stay, if not free. Yeah, we prefer the free ones. In fact, we'll just go anywhere, won't we? Just not to pay. We'd work about like 15 miles away, won't we, to walk in? not to have to pay a car park charge.
I call, if I'm talking about somebody, I always like, usually use the word lady, and when everybody hears that, they go, oh, that's so nice of you, and I'm like, well, it's just what I use. And like, sometimes I'll even say about people that are really nice to me, I'll go, like, if I don't know the I don't know, I'll say that lady, and I'll go, oh, you're being quite nice. I'm like, oh, well, I don't mean it like
what are you supposed to say? that git?
Well, they just say, the ladies, like, oh, my lady, and I'm like, well, it's just the way I use it.
I think woman sounds quite harsh though, isn't it? If you said, oh, that woman over there.
Yeah, but
said, oh, that lady over there.
Yeah,
and that person thinks, oh, I'm a lady.
Yeah, as if you said that woman, it sort of sounds really
a bit harsh, doesn't it?
But actually, there's nothing harsh about it because you're just saying, oh, that's a woman.
Yeah.
But actually, it's like, it doesn't sound as nice if that's lady.
Yeah, I don't know, I think that sounds better. If you were sort of like somebody was speaking to you and you said the lady, I think, oh, I'm a lady. Abby says have you never had a parking ticket? That's amazing. Unless you don't ever park.
I just never get sent a letter.
I suppose I wouldn't dare send you one, Abby. Be a brave person to send you a parking ticket. Dave says, yes, Jane, you do have to pay. So and it is, if I remember rightly, quite in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? It's not like in town or anything. So you've got, that's naughty, isn't it? Because you've no other choice apart from really to drive there. Because it's not like near anywhere else. I think it has quite a long drive down to it, if I remember. It's a long time since I've been.
Well, I feel like going somewhere that's really expensive and then you're already paying to go to the place and then you've got to pay for your parking. It's like another added thing, isn't it?
Andy says it should be free to park outside the emergency room at the hospital. I think it certainly should. I suppose the struggle then for people that just leave it and other people come in. I can fully understand that.
You might have like that. I mean, like, people just leaving it, going shopping, and then coming back, which obviously takes up space for the people who actually need it.
Unless they had a car parking attendant, like on a posh hotel. So you pulled up with your car and they moved it forward for you.
I know, but in this day and age, they're just getting nicked. I actually watched the show. Where I didn't watch the full show, just like a clip. When they go into investigation places, they investigate things. Well, this person had a restaurant and they wanted to like see what was going on in it. So when they had like loads of cameras and mics and people, detectives and stuff, and the boss was there watching it all. Anyway, had his drive-through guy, so the person who looks after the cars, and his delivery guy. They were So the delivery guy was like going up and he's saying, oh, I forgot to give the person bread, but anyway, here's the bread. So basically saying they didn't give the orders and stuff. Anyway, they were going on. Anyway, they had this really posh car there, which happened to be one of the film crew people. So it was like, a posh one, like really posh. And he goes, oh, should we take this car out for a ride where you give me next delivery? So basically he was using this and it was like, one of those really posh cars, saying, let's go do your next food delivery inside one of the cars. So the food delivery guy was going, well, I don't think that's a very good idea. And he was going, oh, I'll be fine. So basically they took out this person's car to go do this food delivery, brought it back, anyway, he got fired. The other guy got a chance because he said not a good idea. So he got
but did it anyway. So we just murdered this person. I don't think that's a good idea, but well, go on then. So he got away with it because he just didn't think it was a good idea.
Anyway, and then I continued watching. And another person, a separate restaurant, this person who was the cook, he started actually running a business, like his own business from that person's business.
Right.
So he'd have people ring up and he'd have his own phone number, use all of his ingredients.
You joking?
No, use all of his ingredients and then go send it to people.
Yeah.
And then he had this person who rang him, undercover basically. Person rang him, wanted to arrange a meeting to do like a food thing. So she took him there and said, this is my place. No, he's just the cook. And this is my place. Took him out the back. He's supposed to be cooking at this point. He's on shift. Took him out the back. Was doing everything. She's talking to her about doing a thing and doing an event. And she said there was any taste tests I could do. So he just went and got some of the business's food. When I showed him that, said it was my recipe. It wasn't his recipe. It was the boss's recipe. And then this person ordered some pizzas and came to pick it up, and he said, I'd like to go. He was like, because they could all have the mic, so he was just talking to the staff, saying, I'll go to the counter and give it to her. Well, he went to the counter, gave her a business card, said, if you want any other orders, ring this number instead.
Well, when my dad had a lot of businesses and like warehouse businesses, so he had one in Burnley and it was like a massive shop, really, really big, I suppose like Marks and Spencer's sizes, and he'd just sell he bought job lots in, so when companies had gone bust, or say they were doing, say, a paint and they were changing the colour, he'd buy all the old lot of colours. That's all he did. He just went round, and he was never really at the shops, and he had a business part that went round and did everything. Anyway, this particular one, and the only reason he found out, I'll tell you later, was because it was before like computers or keeping track of stuff like that, and there was a lot of stuff going in, and it was just like coming with bundles. It come in with pallets, you couldn't count it, you know, and it was just selling stuff. One of the people had actually opened another shop, and so they were taking the stuff out and selling it. They had a wife in another shop selling all the stuff, doing it. And the only reason he knew about it was he bought a job lot of school uniforms. So he was the only person that bought them because it was from a certain school.
Oh, what, for like?
Yeah, and they were in the shop. So he goes pottering, because he didn't know the wife, and he goes pottering around, having a look round, you know, shopping. And he's thinking, hang on a minute, they're all, I own all of them. And that's what they were doing.
Wait, no, he went into the person's shop?
Yes, he actually, yeah, he didn't know that even anything was going, and they just set up a whole shop. So they were filtering out, they were managing the shops and filtering out and putting enough in to set up another shop in a different town. Yeah, he just happened to go in this shop and thought, hang on a minute, I own all those school uniforms, because they changed the school uniform. Well, I haven't got a clue what he was doing with them, whether he was just going to sell them off cheap or whatever. But he had bought them, and that was it. And that's the only way he knew. They'd actually set up a whole shop. Well, nowadays you won't get away with it for long, would you? Like Facebook and stuff.
Well, he was
like
getting
that.
away with the guy I was watching.
Was that lately though?
I have no idea.
Because like years ago, you know, nobody would have known, would they?
I mean, I feel like it might have been like a couple of years ago, maybe more than a couple, because couples too. Like, I don't know, like 7 or more like 2010. I don't know. Something like when those had little, you know, brick phones sort of thing at the time. I think were good enough for like to have all the film crew and stuff.
Just tell you a funny story about this anyway. So I didn't really work for him, but sometimes when he was struggling, he'd ask me to go in and manage for bits and stuff like that. And there was this shop in Burnley, and the back of it had the stream running through, but the stream had been was a real stream, a natural stream, but it had been man-made. So after it was a real stream, so to keep the water in basically, so it didn't go into the back of the shops, but they were always damp and awful. And obviously with water you get rats, don't you? And there was loads and loads of rats. And one time, so he bought a job lot of sofas, and they were from Buoyant, I think they were called. I don't know if that company's even still going, but they were really expensive sofas, really, really cheap. And I'm stood there, and these two people on the cusp of buying this sofa, which I got commission for. And so I'm just thinking, and along comes this rat, and it just goes, and I'm absolutely terrified, and it plonks itself next to the sofa, and I'm just there, and I'm like, go on, I'm thinking, oh, I'm absolutely terrified of you. And he was so confident, he just said that. So she's gone, well, I can't decide, I've got this lovely sofa. I'm just thinking, just get out of the shop, please, get out of the shop. And I always remember that, this damn rat, and I couldn't scream because I wanted the sale. And I couldn't say, oh, you know, don't mind the rats, you know. They were just plonked itself down, just stopped. Whether it just run round the corner, thought, they just came round. I'll always remember that. Anyway, so
What happened? Did you get the sofa?
Yeah, got the sofa sold. The rat just ran off, but he just did. He stopped. He was there for about a minute, and I'm thinking, oh God, I'm gonna explain this one. Imagine being like,
Oh, it's my pet rat.
Yeah, hello, Roland.
That's the harsh
Maureen, when he's put Roland back in his cage, he appears to have got out. Ew, you know Roland.
No, it's Roland.
The rats, it was infested. A horrible place to work. It was. And people just used to nick so much stuff. It was horrible. And we had just going completely off now. But we had to chain everything outside because they'd just walk off with it. And one time we had what they were called pappers and chairs, and they're like the wicker ones with the big back, and I saw one I just saw this chair going off down the street, and you couldn't see, you know, like two little feet underneath it. I went running after them, and they just turned around and as if to say that, oh, you caught us, you know, we nearly got away with your pappers and chair. God, it was just a nightmare of a place to work. Never again. Well, he's dead now anyway, but I just always remember that rat. It's a fair place to work. Yeah, So, Robert says hello from Texas.
Hello, Texas. Yes.
Andy says my oldest son works as a nurse, even though he is a man. He's still called sister. Well, yeah, they do call men nurses, don't they? Still, that's weird, isn't it?
Well, to me, a nurse is just, you know, isn't male or
I
female,
don't know.
it's the nurse.
No, it doesn't with me, because if I go in hospital and they say, oh, the nurse is coming and a man turns, I don't care. Or, you know, I don't care whether male or female. But I always immediately presume
I mean,
it's
I
going to be
would
female.
presume more it's be female, but if it was like a man, I just wouldn't like think anything of it. But I would presume more.
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
No, I think there'll be more chat, you know, because of like, I would think, but actually, you know, because I also suppose it's more war. I suppose there's a lot more nurses in wartime, wasn't there, as well? So I suppose that's where
Yes,
it
it's
started.
come from nursing, hasn't it? So, but I just automatically presume that the nurse will be female, and then I'm sort of like, oh, male. Not that I'm bothered, as long as I get looked after, I couldn't care. William says looking forward to the big night out next Saturday. So I presume you've got some tickets, William, and you're coming. That'll be great. Well done, you.
Should be a very good night indeed.
So, DJ Scania says, hiya Matilda, how are you? Any special trains passing near you recently? Yeah, we had a Black 5, didn't we? But we've been away every time they've been on. I have a friend that's very good and sends me, I don't even have to look for trains. They send me all the details, don't they? And I haven't been able to go to any. Have we, apart from that one? Because we've always been away, haven't we? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think 4 came the other day, didn't they?
Now,
but again, we weren't about.
Now, Tay-Tay nudes. Taylor Swift has. Stop it! Don't be negative. Don't be negative.
Can I go now?
No, you can't. No.
Have we done all the stories?
No, this is one of the stories. This is part of it. This is a story.
Oh, right, okay.
So you can't go. It's silly. Taylor Swift. Now I know this isn't sort of like because it happened on Tuesday, but it's it's discussion. I need to sort that ivy out.
What
right.
ivy?
Ivy, look at it.
Which ivy?
That ivy.
It's going right into the house.
I know, I need to sort it out.
Should I go sort it out now?
No. I need to sort that window out as well. It's the only window that isn't varnished.
Matilda's got quite into a building now, as you might have noticed. She's just
got
probably
so much
potter
to
off. I'm just going to go do a window. If you can just, chat amongst yourselves.
Problem is, it's a harder window to do because I've been doing some windows. It's been a lot more easier to do because I've been like, well, the way they open, but that's going to be a hard one. Is that one? That's going to be a hard one. But yeah, anyway. So, Taylor Swift has just got engaged, can you believe? I mean, like, seriously, can you believe? To Travis Kelce, I'll get you up the post. But she's got engaged. Now, the ring, it's a bit confusing. I'll get you the picture of the ring. Now, I want you to guess how much it's worth, and then I'll tell you if I know or not.
$1 million.
No, hang on. Right, so this is...
I've got it wrong.
Right, so this is the post she's done. So... I'll tell you all the details I know. Now, usually she keeps everything to herself, but because she's married Travis, her family don't. So basically,
She hasn't married Travis.
she's getting engaged. She's halfway there.
Yeah, but don't mean to say loads of people get engaged and they don't get.
Well,
to
she's
the
made it
stage.
publicly. She's gonna have to now, isn't she? But
Somebody's put $6 million. I think it says Tim.
But so this is actually inside Travis's back garden.
Oh, Travis got a nice back garden.
He didn't look. I might have to get up. Yeah, but it didn't look like this. I might have to get up the original picture. So what happened was, I'll just show you these pictures and then I'll tell you all the details. Right. So this is her. That's the ring.
And it says between 5 and 10 million.
Now this is the ring, which is a very, very nice ring. And this is obviously them, together. Now she's put, your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married.
I don't understand that.
You have to be in the clique.
Thank you, no.
No, I don't know if it's succeeded it because I only saw it. Whether it was 11th place a bit ago, so it might have succeeded now to be the most liked post on Instagram, or at least the fastest. I think it's definitely broken some records. She's got the song "So High School" on it because of obviously that's about him.
But I don't understand about the gym teacher. Why don't you? But you are a Taylor Swift thing, I'm sure. Do other people understand that? Saying your English teacher and gym teachers got married.
Her writing is her main thing, right? So poetry, songwriting, that's her thing. English teacher.
But isn't that a bit condescending?
Yeah, but and then I don't know. And then gym teacher, he's a
But
sport person.
He doesn't. he's only does one
It's just
level
the
of
way
sport.
she's like to have d-
He's
it's
not a
just-
gym teacher, is he? Because you've got to do it for a gym teacher. You've got to do lots of different things.
just
And
the way
isn't gym an abbreviation of gymnastics?
It's just the way she's done it.
I don't understand it. I really don't.
But now did this podcast. Okay, I haven't finished. She did this podcast, which I'll show you one clip of it where she released her album. So this is the podcast, which is on his podcast along with his brother's podcast.
So I
It's
wanted
like I
to
should say it.
This is my brand new album.
So obviously she released her album, right? And it was all exciting. But on that same day, while she was on that podcast, his garden was getting done out.
No.
Yeah, so his garden was getting done out. Now, after that podcast, he said to her, let's go out, for a meal. And so she went to get ready, and he said, before we go out for the meal, let's go for a glass of wine. He's at the back. If it was me, I'd go, why would we do that? We're going out for a meal anyway. But anyway, she obviously fell for it. So or it might just be very consistent. She might have said, oh, why would we do that? And he might have said, no, you just got to go out. But anyway, she's done it. And then obviously he's actually gone out. Now, I don't think they actually finished getting they didn't finish getting, because basically her dad told everything that happened. They didn't actually finish getting they did finish getting all the flowers up, but I don't think the staff managed to get themselves away. So they literally just ducked underneath the, plants to keep themselves out of the way, because obviously, I want it to be private. But he was something about 2 weeks. Oh yeah, so it happened 2 weeks ago, actually. From Tuesday, happened 2 weeks ago from Tuesday. And if you can see, a lot of people are making the comment that you can actually, because obviously she was on the podcast and she had headphones on, you can actually see the headphone marks of when she had headphones on.
Oh God, is people really that?
Oh yeah, they go into everything.
God. So they extend it like that and look into it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh gee.
They were looking at every
What
single
a
flower.
life have they got?
Now let me see if I can try and
I would
find.
never do that. It's almost stalking, is that, isn't it?
Well, there's actually a video
weird.
where she has her hair tied back and she flips it like that and continues singing. People go, do you remember that time where Taylor swift her hair, thinking she had her hair down and she forgot it wasn't down? I thought, that's a bit too much, isn't that? Because I'm like, she might not have done that. She can still flick her hair even if it's, tied up. She's still got a fringe.
But who would enlarge it and look to say that her hair was marked by earphones?
I mean, to me, if that happened, Taylor saw that, it would annoy me, because I think I'd always look at that picture thinking, ugh, I could have just pushed my hair. So that would have annoyed me, because then whenever time you look at that picture, you think of, don't think of the engagement, you think of the headphone. So, anyway, what would I search up? Travis's garden before he decorated it for the engagement.
Oh God, I'm so sad.
I saw a picture, so there must be a picture somewhere of it. Well, that's Daily Mirror. Can you go on the Daily Mirror?
No.
Right, hopefully some images. Just give me a sec. He did
You
a
got
massive
paid
big,
for Emily.
did a massive big transformation. It's a good picture to see if I can actually get it up. Is it better over there? Because it is an interesting
Travis
picture.
Kelce's. Well, can't you see it there?
No, it's not good enough. If you just let it load, because I've just gone onto images, but it's just taking its time to load.
Well, it did this last time. It just wouldn't do it.
Should I just quickly pop outside?
Well, no, it's just I can. You carry on chatting.
Ooh. Okay, stay. Now, obviously, we have no idea when the wedding's going to be, but they say it's going to be like a royal wedding, because it's going to be so big. I don't, I mean, it might even be public, but I mean, he likes everything quite public, so I suppose it might be. But she actually said, because she was talking about the podcast when she was on it, saying, oh, I owe lots of this podcast, he got me a boyfriend, because basically, I'm going to have to give you a big backstory here. He went with Travis to her tour, the Aries tour, and he wanted to give her a friendship bracelet, but he didn't manage to do it. And she can't talk before and after the show, because she does so much singing, she's got to save her voice. So he was talking on the podcast saying he was quite sad about that. And he wanted to give her a number. She saw that, and then obviously, they started talking. So she was saying, I owe lots to this podcast because of the he's got me a boyfriend. And anyway, within a bit time after that, they were engaged. So yeah, it's quite fast moving. I don't know if actually my phone will work better. Maybe it might do. She's just getting the picture up. It is an interesting picture to see. It's taken a while to get to see it. That's all. You got it? Why? Travis Kelce's garden not decorated for the engagement. No, hang on, that's wrong. Before it got decorated. Travis Kelce's garden. Before it got rated for the engagement. That might not come up with anything. Oh, I think it did. Mine's working! Right, I've got it. Right, here's a picture.
It doesn't load the picture, it loads everything else.
Right, so this is what it looked like. Oh, I might just have to twist it round. So then it's better if it doesn't really make too much difference, but I might just twist it round. Right, so this is what it looked like before it got decorated. You see that?
Yeah.
Look at it before it got decorated and compare what it looks like now.
Oh, looks alright before it got decorated.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like it certainly looked a bit more different once it did get decorated. Because there is a like,
William says it's fairly windy in Sedbergh.
Hmm.
It's not windy here.
It does look a lot like a Lover photo shoot garden, because that was from Lover album. It does look a lot like that. But obviously, then this is it actually decorated.
You do know that you'd asked them to all to say about the money, the ring,
Yeah,
and you
now-
haven't told them.
This is the thing. I don't know.
So Tim says $6 million.
Oh, okay.
Anders says $5 and $10 million, and William says it's fairly windy in Sedbergh.
Okay.
I say $1 million.
I don't actually know how much it's worth.
Seriously?
Well, if you search up how much that ring's worth,
Yeah.
you will get 200,000.
Oh, it's going to be more than that.
250,000. You'll get 1 million. You even get 9 million. Nobody will tell you besides Mountain. There's no
How
actual,
much is
a mixture. There was
Taylor
a jewellery
Swift's? Perhaps
specialist.
nobody don't know.
Nobody knows. That's what I
How
mean.
much is Taylor Swift's?
Well, I mean, they know it's worth a lot of money.
Meant.
Obviously, it's worth a lot of money because it's Taylor Swift's ring, really. But it's how much, obviously, the ring's worth if it wasn't just Taylor Swift's ring. How much the ring is worth itself.
It says 250. It says 250 to $500,000.
Yeah, but one I saw said 9 million.
Football player Travis
much money has
Kelce
he got?
proposed to pop star Taylor Swift with an old mine, brilliant cut diamond ring. Jared Jewellers told CNBC through a written statement that the ring could cost approximately $250,000 to $500,000.
No, I saw a video of people saying about the fact of it was a mined ring and not made inside a lab, and I never really thought about that. The fact of why would I thought, well, aren't all rings, mined and not made inside a lab? So, because then they were saying it's going to be this trend now.
USA Today is only putting it at 250 to 500,000, which seems a bit odd to me, but there you go.
How much money does Travis Kelce have?
A lot now. He's going to marry Taylor Swift.
He
They
has
must
gone
have a
up.
prenuptial, surely.
Well, it says he's worth 70 million. Sure, it wasn't that much when I last looked. And obviously Taylor Swift's like worth 1.6 billion.
Is she? Gee.
He's got a lot more than Travis. I mean, you think about it. Travis has 70 million.
Yeah.
Well, she paid. Obviously, she'll get the money back. It was quite a lot of money, really. She did say she had to really save up for it, and she wouldn't manage to spend it if it wasn't for the tour. But she paid 360 million for her CDs, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Which 60 had another 10 million onto it. That's how much she's got.
Yeah.
So she's got a lot more money than him. Obviously, he'll be getting a lot more money now because of obviously brands want him and everything.
Mm.
But I think they've only been together for 2 years.
Yeah.
But she was with somebody else, Joe,
Well,
for 6 years, and
If you think about it, that podcast, the brothers had a right to, haven't they? Because you're just going to annihilate your podcast, aren't you?
well, it was the most viewed podcast now
Into
on YouTube.
God knows. Yeah, exactly.
It's the
So
most viewed one.
you're just going to, you could have the most, not many viewing figures on it, and then suddenly you get that on, and then it's just easy, isn't it?
Well, what was I gonna say?
Could you imagine? Do you mind if me and Taylor, say about our engagement on your podcast or anything like
Well, he
that?
released an album on there.
Would you mind if you released an album? Oh, I don't know. Right, is that everything?
I was gonna say how many views it's got, but my internet ain't working now. Oh well. Yeah.
I've got this, I don't know if it's be any interest to people, but I just thought I just came up on my news feed, and it's a casting call, and it's for people at 50 and above, but it's got to be men, and they love F1, and it says that it is for at blueprintnetwork.co.uk, and you get paid £500. So obviously I haven't checked it out because I'm not a male and I'm not going to do it. So it's just come up on my thing. So obviously check it out that it's kosher yourself. It looks kosher to me. But I just thought, 500 quid, anybody over 50 if you're into F1. Look at that. Oh, you'll have to turn it around for them. But obviously check it out yourself that you're happy with it. Look at that. 500 quid. But you just got to know about F1 and be over 50.
Well, there's already been an F1 movie, so I wonder what it's for.
Oh, I don't know, but for 500 quid if they just
I mean,
started
they
telling
can't really be on
people-
number 2, can they?
if there's anybody
Well, I suppose they can be, if it's done well.
if there's anybody on here that's over 50 and male and wants to make a little bit of money, you've got a right to there, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I'd go.
You just get the part. That's the hard bit.
Yeah, in fact, I might just put a wig on and perhaps a little beard.
You know.
Hello. Yeah, I like cars a lot.
My name is John.
Yeah. I'm John and I like really fast cars. And you get away with it.
I think you'll manage.
Probably wouldn't dare turn you away nowadays, would they?
You'll be fine.
So yeah. Gary says hello. Oh, he's late. Gary's on.
Hello, Gary.
Hello, Gary. You all right?
Hello.
I
Welcome.
got stuck in a downpour on a run. Oh dear.
Oh.
So did you have to stop, or did you just get that weighed down with
I had a
water?
picnic inside the rain the other day.
Did you? Oh, well done you.
Yeah. We all had a vote whether we should go inside or not. And person we didn't really come up to a conclusion because of majority of them didn't really vote. Everybody was just like, oh. So
Well, as everybody knows, it started raining now, hasn't it? Because it's been quite a dry summer, really, hasn't it? But the past few nights, in particular, I think it was last night, was a massive downpour. It was really scary. And so we've had all this dry summer, and now, obviously, things are starting to die back, aren't they? And so what's my son done? He's trimmed the garden. So he's had all summer. He's not touched the garden. I gave up with it this year, as our regulars will know. I've just bumped a load of potatoes in, garlic, and just so it's so easy because I've had so much other work on, and I just left it to overgrow, and he's trimmed it today, hasn't he? Unbelievable. I left it all summer, not done it, and then it comes to it all dying back and pouring down in rain. He was trimming away, wasn't he?
well, he had this
He's
friend.
a proper loon.
He had his friend come round and he just started for some reason trimming it as well before Billy did it the other day.
Everybody's been round for a trim of our garden.
And he was
Perhaps
like,
it's a training ground.
and then I was like, well, what's he
Learn
doing
how
it
to
for?
trim.
You know, and anyway, he says he just wanted to do it to get out of trouble. And we're like, oh, you need to get one for Billy. And he said, oh, we need about 10. And we're like, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I said, what are you doing? He says, oh, I've come to trim the garden. I said, all right then.
He didn't manage it.
He didn't manage it, so he's sat with this string. He's gone, I can't work this out. So I said, perhaps you ought to wait for Billy. He says, I think I'll have to wait for Billy. So then he's trying to put this wire around and everything, and he's trying and trying. And he says, I can't cope. I'm going to have to go to the pub. I can't cope. Today. And then Billy's come back. Billy will obviously manage it. He managed it. And I thought, which I knew he would do. And off he went, streaming away. I don't know what happened to his friend, unless he's still in the pub. But yeah, it was so funny. I thought, God, I didn't say anything. I just thought, well, this is like, it's all dying now. And it's pouring down with rain, but just
At least
he's
he's
better
spending it
trim.
inside the dry.
Yeah, but Billy's better strimming round the garden, is he, than being in the pub, to be fair. So just leave him strimming.
But I mean, it's like, so I've been actually, like, you know, trimming didn't work, so we just thought, well, I might as well just go get into trouble then. It's not working. You're nothing better to do, so I'll
what he
just put
said,
her
didn't he?
over.
And then he turns around and he says, keeps me out of trouble. I says, well, you better bring about 3 or 4 round for Billy. And he says, about 10, so you know him well.
Yeah.
Bless him. Gary says, I just ran with an extra 3 kilograms of rain. Well done you, Gary. A nice van driver decided to soak me driving through a puddle at speed. That's annoying.
I don't know if that's ever happened to me before.
It's happened to me. Once when I was going out and I was all dressed up. Somebody came and absolutely soaked me.
I think it has happened. I think I can remember one time, but I don't think I really bothered about it. I'm sure it happened one time.
Right, so we won't be here next week, will we? It'll be Sunday because we're having a big night out, aren't we?
Yeah.
So make sure you'll get there. We've got a few subscribers coming, so that'll be all exciting. So make sure you try and get there. It's at the Lancaster Grand at 7:30 on Saturday night, and it's only £10, and you get to see John Archer and Stephen Hall, and obviously the star of the show.
I think Greg's hosting it, so I have to see Greg as well.
I don't think he's as famous though as John Archer, is he?
Yeah, but literally everybody knows him around town.
You get
so.
to see Greg as well.
Locally, he's quite a
There
big
might be some
name.
people saying, well, that's the only reason I bought the ticket is to see Greg.
Oh, there's some people I know that they get really excited by Greg.
Do they?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, well, sorry, I didn't. Sorry, Greg. And if you're watching, Greg, I'm not trying to put you down. Greg's going to be there as well.
Greg
Where
will be
did
there as
tickets
well.
just go? Yum!
Don't go, Greg!
Duncan says, I just can't understand it. On Saturday night,
Well,
about
I
8
told
o'clock,
people Greg will be there.
suddenly all the tickets just sold.
I said Greg will be there. Oh, you didn't, did you? We're trying to keep that one a secret. Sorry.
And Dave says, another good session. I have my ticket for Saturday. We're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it as well, Dave. And I'm sure it'll be a really, really good night. It's got to be. It can't not be.
No, cannot be.
It can't not be. Anyway, it's only a tenner, Dave, so even if it's a bit rubbish, you'll just have to keep quiet and say it's all right. And Gary says, have a great time next Saturday. I'm sure we will do.
Yes, I'm sure we will do.
Right.
Well, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next Sunday, and there'll obviously be videos throughout the week. If you haven't already checked out a podcast with Massive Wagons, go check it out, and also check out Pooch and all the other videos as
Pooch
well.
has had about 17,000 views now.
Why don't try and get Pooch, you know?
Yeah,
like,
try and get Pooch viral, please.
Maybe like
If you don't, just keep
20,000 or
chatting
whatever
and I'll
number.
put him on.
Well, if you just go on to shorts, you should be able to see him. Well, I mean, I could, like...
Oh, look at him. He's there again. He makes me laugh every time I see him. He makes me laugh. Yeah, nearly 18,000 views.
So if we get him, like, up to, I think, 20,000, it will be a good number.
I think he'll do 20,000 by tonight.
Yeah, so if we get up to 20,000...
So if everybody can watch Pooch
And I'll tell you what,
on,
if he
what
gets
do they
up
call
20
it, on loop, that's it.
If you get him up to 20,000, we'll give him a treat.
Oh, we'll give him a
He's
treat
gonna
anyway.
get a treat anyway. But I'm just trying to make it sound a bit more interesting. But he is going to get a treat no matter what. But
Can you just put it on loop?
because of, he might get two, well, at the end of the day, he's going to get more than 2 treats. So we're going to get about 20. So
Right.
every 1,000 views, I'll get another treat bag.
Link to Doggy. There. That's a really good. You've got to watch that. I could watch it again and again and again.
Well, it was a longer clip, but we just shortened it. Actually, he was eating for about a couple of hours, wasn't he? Bless him.
Yeah.
But then the problem is there's quite a lot of other dogs with him, so they're all coming up.
Yeah.
So they all have to have a treat.
Yeah, it's a long clip and he's there and he going. Nom, nom, nom.
Oh, he was so happy, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. He only came to see us though, didn't he? It wasn't.
Oh,
for
yeah.
It wasn't for the
Well,
treat.
the thing is, his seating area is quite far away from there, so
Yeah.
he had to make his effort to get
Yeah,
to us.
and he's very lazy.
So, yeah, he's a very nice little doggy.
And we'll be filming on Wednesday for people that are following the film. That's going really, really well. And we've started doing some of the music, haven't we, for it? And we are filming another scene on Wednesday, so that's nearly finished, isn't it? It's well on its way. So busy. And we'll be in contact and doing some videos and posting them this week.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for watching it.
Thank you very much for watching,
Yes.
everybody.
And
And
we'll-
see some of you on Saturday.
Yes. So we'll see you all later.